Hello students, welcome back to the third module of metals and non-metals. In this module, we will study some chemical properties of metals and non-metals, their reaction with water, acids and bases. Let us start with the first thing, that is reaction with water. When a metal reacts with a water, a metal oxide or metal hydroxide and hydrogen gas are formed. The intensity of reaction of a metal with water depends on its chemical reactivity. Some metals react even with cold water, some react with hot water, some react only with steam, whereas some do not react at all. For metals, some metals react vigorously with water, like in the case of sodium. Hence, it is stored in kerosene. Sodium catches fire when it comes in contact with water and a gas is evolved. Dip a red litmus paper in the beaker and note the change in the color. It turns blue. This is due to the formation of sodium hydroxide solution. The gas evolved is hydrogen. While some metals react very slowly with water, for example iron, as you have seen in the case of rusting. For non-metals, generally most non-metals do not react with water, but there are some non-metals which are quite reactive in air, like phosphorus, and thus kept in water to prevent explosion. Now let us understand reaction with acids and bases. All those metals which can displace hydrogen from water can also displace it from different acids. Metals such as sodium, iron, zinc and magnesium displace hydrogen from dilute hydrochloric and dilute sulfuric acid. For metals, when they react with acids, generally a metal reacts with acids and releases hydrogen gas with a pop sound. The presence of hydrogen gas is confirmed by bringing a burning matchstick or candle near the gas, and when the burning matchstick or candle produces pop sound, then it means that hydrogen gas has evolved. With bases, generally reactions of metals with bases releases hydrogen gas. Generally non-metals do not react with acids, and reaction of non-metals with bases are complex. One activity is given in your textbook. This activity is given in your textbook, which shows that you have to take different items in different test tubes and label them and put a drop of 5 ml of dilute hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid and note down the change. And please note down the change in the table, in which you will observe some changes with magnesium, aluminum foil and iron, but you will not find any change in copper, which you are taking from the peeled flexible wire, charcoal, powdered charcoal and powdered sulfur. This activity shows that metal usually displace hydrogen from dilute acids, whereas non-metals do not do so, and so hydrogen gas is evolved. At room temperature, the first three, magnesium, aluminum foil and iron, reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid to give hydrogen gas, and when you warm the test tube, it gives rapid reaction. So in the first three cases, the reaction will give hydrogen gas and the reaction will be a rapid reaction, but the last three, that is copper, charcoal and sulfur, no reaction will take place. Now the next we are going to take is displacement reaction. A reaction in which a more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal from its salt solution is called displacement reaction. Metals can usually be arranged as per their activity order. Thus, a more reactive metal will always displace a less reactive metal from its compound, but a less reactive one cannot replace a more reactive metal. For example, when zinc is reacted with copper sulfate solution, then copper will be displaced by zinc, as zinc is more reactive than copper. The blue color of copper sulfate disappears and a powdery red mass of copper is deposited at the bottom of the beaker. You can see in the reaction copper sulfate, which is blue in color, that is CuSO4, when reacts with zinc Zn, gives zinc sulfate. Here Cu of copper sulfate is replaced by zinc, forms colorless solution, that is zinc sulfate ZnSO4, and a red powdery mass of copper is deposited at the bottom of the beaker. This is a reactivity series, not the complete one, but if you remember these metals in order, you can easily understand which one will replace the other one, which one is more reactive than the other metal. Applications of metals. Metals are generally used in making of machines, automobiles, airplanes, cars, satellites, etc. Some metals are used in making wires like copper, etc. Some metals are used in making ornaments like gold, silver, etc. Applications of non-metals. The oxygen necessary for all living beings to survive is a non-metal. Some non-metals are used as fertilizers to enhance the growth of plants. Some non-metals are used for water purification. They are used as antiseptic and they are used in crackers also. Please go through the applications of metals and non-metals once again. Here we come to an end of the chapter. Please revise the chapter from the textbook as well as go through all the 3 modules given in the video. Thank you.